Hi there, and welcome to our Introduction to Cash Flow in Financials for Office 365 video. Today, we're going to give you an overview of the cash flow forecasting functionality that aims to reduce manual entry in your finance management, while providing insight into your business's liquidity. Financials understands that cash flow is an important feature for small to medium businesses, and that usually creating a cash flow forecast was a manual process. Financials for Office 365 reads your transaction data and produces your cash flow forecast from the following areas. The general ledger, which is information about the liquid funds and the budgeted revenues and expenses of your company. Purchasing information about the current payables and any forecast debts from open purchase orders. Sales information about the current receivables and any forecasted receipts from open sales orders. Service information about open service orders, fixed asset information about planned disposal and budgeted purchases of fixed assets, and manual revenues and expenses to manage and include them in the cash flow forecast. To make this a simple and straightforward process, Financials for Office 365 utilizes a chart of accounts for your cash flow. Let's have a look at the chart of cash flow accounts window, which specifies where all cash flow forecast entries are registered and arranged for use in the cash flow forecast. You use this window to set up, enter, and view your cash flow accounts, which defines the structure of your cash flow forecast and the individual sources. The good thing about this is you only have to set it up once. To see how to do this, please have a look at our How to Set Up Cash Flow Chart of Accounts video. These figures are transferred to our cash flow forecast through the cash flow worksheet window, which generates our cash flow entries. I'll show just how quick you can create a cash flow forecast by suggesting worksheet lines to transfer information from the areas of the general ledger, sales, purchasing, service, and fixed assets to the worksheet. Each time that you select the Suggest Worksheet Lines function, you can decide which information should be part of the cash flow forecast, suggesting preliminary information for the forecast by getting the relevant information from the following application areas. We have liquid funds, open receivables, sales orders, service orders, planned disposal of fixed assets, manual revenues and expenses, open payables, purchase orders, budgeted purchase of fixed assets, general ledger budgets, jobs, taxes, and Cortana Intelligence Forecast if you wish to incorporate machine learning from Microsoft Azure. Don't know what one of these mean? Simply click on the field caption and get the help page. Then register the worksheet lines, and it's that easy. Straight away, you can see how quickly this data populates and produces the cash flow ledger entries. Here in the fact box, we can see the cash flow forecast statistics. We can even be specific about the general ledger budget and manual entries we wish to include to allow for even greater detail. And here is our cash flow availability by a period of our choosing. This forecast can then be used as an internal management decision-making tool that helps you plan ahead and make important strategic decisions about the operation of your business. We can now present this forecast in a more illustrative fashion, allowing our managers and decision makers to slice and dice the cash flow data and drill down into our graphs to the source reports to analyze our cash flow forecast trends. Interested in anything you've seen so far? We'll cover this and much more in our How to Set Up a Cash Flow Chart of Accounts, How to Set Up a Cash Flow Forecast, and How to Use a Cash Flow Forecast videos. And that was your introduction to cash flow within Financials for Office 365.